I love how I play that little video like it's an actual song to it. I mean, like, oh, okay, we gonna bop for a little bit, then let's
I'm
play.
dead.
There's no song, just a video. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to another amazing episode of Sippin Vibes. Now, I'm your girl, Miss JLH from We Don't Sip Tea, We Drink Wine.
And now your boy AJ, the co-host of Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You got to say the whole thing.
You already know. Okay, so this week is lit with another. This is our 10th episode for one.
We lit.
Okay.
Gang, gang.
Pew, 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 pew. I'm,
Full flex. Explosions.
I'm proud of us for staying consistent
Right.
because it's hard.
It is. Oh,
And you
definitely.
know, we both have our own podcasts, our separate podcasts.
Facts.
You be consistent with yours, but I definitely don't be consistent. I'm just keeping it real.
I try. Like I said, it ain't easy.
Mm-mm. It's not at all. But here we are, 10th episode, and I think it's only befitting that we do our favorite artist for our 10th episode.
Damn right.
So this episode, we are reviewing. Ew, why did I say that like that? I said we are reviewing.
We are reviewing.
Yeah, we are currently reviewing Makaveli and Brandy. I'm excited. This is one of my favorite Brandy albums. And this is one of your favorite 2Pac albums.
It is, definitely.
So what's the other one for the people?
Oh, All Eyes on Me.
Yes. Yes. And mine's is Never Say Never. Yeah.
Of course, yes.
So, okay. Now, this isn't 2Pac's first project. However, this is Brandy's very first project.
Yes.
And when did 2Pac's come out?
His first one?
No, this one.
This came out in 96.
Okay, I think this came out in 96 too, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
Oh, no,
Brandy, 94.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. 94. Okay. Okay. That's fire. I love that. What was 2Pac doing in 94?
Was that when he got shot the first time?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe that's when he got shot the first time. He dropped the Thug Life album that came out at one, I want to say like mid or 94. Then he got shot. Damn. Sometime after that release.
Okay.
Around that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Last week we started with the hippity hop.
Not the hippity hop. That's wild.
Yeah. So this week we want to start with the R and the B.
The R and the B.
With the Brandy. Now, I'm excited to talk about this album because Brandy was doing her big one on this album, okay? Brandy was only 14 at the time of this album with big girl vocals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was a baby. This is what I really want to start with, okay? Miss Norwood started out as an actor, okay? Now, I don't know if everybody saw the show Thea.
I remember the show. I ain't watched it,
This show was funny as fuck to me. I used to love it. But Brandy was 11 on this show, and she was acting at the time, but she really didn't like acting as much. She really wanted to sing, and somehow her and her family got connections with Chris Stokes.
Okay.
You know, the nigga that was found
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got a connection with Chris Stokes, and he was actually going to sign Brandy, but he didn't. I forgot what happened. Like She was so young at the time because a bunch of people were thinking about signing her, but she was really young. And at the
Mm.
time, they didn't want a young act like that. But he actually helped Brandy with her demo, her very first demo, to send into Atlantic Records. And as she got a little older, 14, and then that's how she got signed or whatever. But I thought that was a cool little background story
Okay, I'll fuck with that.
for, yeah, how we got this amazing album. So here we go. Brandy, her self-titled debut. We had, first of all, this album is a Negro spiritual. This album got me through high school, middle school, elementary school. This album got me through my parents, boys, like everything. This album I went to sleep with that night. I mean, it just did it for me. You got Broken Hearted on here. Sunny Days is my shit. What's a
Mm.
sunny day without you? Always on my line. That I dedicate. Oh my
Mm.
gosh. There's three of them on here, okay? So
Yeah.
we dedicating this whole album not only to the fans, but to the people that inspire Brandy for real. Okay, you had Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin. It's the people in her life that was inspiring her. That's
Don't
what
forget,
I'm saying.
don't forget Ray J.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
Well,
Because
Ray J's younger, right?
yeah,
Well, he's
he is.
younger or older. Okay.
Yeah, he's the younger than her. You know he is. That's why he act like that. But you know that song "Best Friend" is actually about Ray J.
I didn't. I did that one. I did know. Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
didn't know
yeah, yeah. I
that.
didn't know that. Yeah.
I actually did it. Yeah, she wrote that about it. And did you know that he was supposed to do? It was supposed to be a duet with them both.
That I did not know. But I
Yeah.
knew it was about him though.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, yeah. Originally, the song was supposed to be a duet. I don't know what happened though.
Mm.
Why it didn't happen? But whatever. It's still a classic song with a
It is.
dope ass flute in the back. You feel me? Um, but this was also Best Friend was also the first time that Brandy sung her own background vocals on her song. So
Oh, really?
that was
Okay.
a little bit of a challenge for her, she said, for this album. This album had two number one singles. You had Baby and Broken Hearted. And the album was number 20 on the Billboard 200 charts. So
Okay.
it
That's
was
where it peaked at.
huh?
That's where it peaked.
A repeat?
No, it peaked at 20, or that's where it debuted at.
Oh, I think it did peak at 20 because they said that when it first dropped, it was a slow build to this
Ah,
album.
okay.
Yeah, it didn't move fast. So I'm thinking, yeah, her second album was the one that really did it for her. That put
Okay.
her, over the top. But I think over the years, this album has just gained a lot of popularity, with Baby, I Want to Be Down, Broken Hearted, just various songs from this album just made it even more popular over time as time went on.
True shit.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. And then Drake ended up sampling Dedicate from this album actually.
What song?
I don't remember what song he did it on or what album because I don't fuck with Drake anymore at that point. But I do know he sampled that because I remember hearing it somewhere and I was like, okay, I see you, Brandy fan. But yeah, that's it. I was just hyped because of that part, but
Fair, fair, fair.
I didn't really care about the song.
I'm dead.
Now, my favorite songs on this album is gonna be Moving. That's my shit. That's a Negro spiritual for real. Um I dedicate Broken Hearted, Sunny Day, Always on My Mind. Actually, I love the whole album, but I'm just giving y'all my favorites. And Give Me You.
Right.
I love the whole entire album. What's your favorite song?
All right. So my favorites are Baby, Best Friend, I Want to Be Down, Sunny Day, Give Me You.
Oh yeah, Give Me You is that shit because you know why?
Why?
Brandy took it back to the church. You feel me?
She
Didn't
did.
you feel the
She did.
Lord all up in your spirit in that song? She said, "You always say love is such a heavy burden." She did that, and it was the range within that song. Did you not notice it?
Oh no, I did.
She was
Oh,
ranging.
she did definitely did her thing on that shit for real.
What? I just I thought I was in church, but you know that's her background too. She grew up in the church. She was singing in the church, so
Sound like most '90s R&B artists.
yeah, that's what we need to go back to because these crying new R&B singers. Not saying they all cry. It's just some of them who kind of sound alike, just be crying for no reason, and it don't be
Mm.
sounding good. It's not a good cry. It's more of like
Right.
I don't know, but I'm not feeling it. Um, what? Oh, Keith Crouch. Have you heard of him before?
The name sounds familiar. I see he produces like several stuff on here.
Yeah, he was 21 at the time, so real young doing this album. Got an
Gotcha.
opportunity to work with something for the people for a nothing personal producer, Curtis Williams. They both worked on Brandy's album. And for anyone who doesn't know a little bit about Black history, Keith Crouch is the nephew of Andre Crouch, a famous gospel singer. So it's a little 411 for y'all. Um, Also on this album, Robin Thicke worked with Brandy. Okay. Robin Thicke helped
Wait,
on,
really?
yeah, he
Or-
helped on Love is on My Side. Okay. That is towards the end of the album. And Brandy actually, it's number 12 on the album.
Okay.
If anybody wants to check out. But Brandy actually said that that song was the most vocally challenged song for her at the time because it had drums and organs in it, and she just didn't know if vocally she could do it with that tempo and stuff. But Robin Thicke was 17 doing that song when he had the long hair.
Oh wow. I didn't think he was that young. Okay.
Yeah, I was shocked too. I didn't know he had been doing this that long. I got to give him more props than I do. Not really, because he a white man. You know how.
I'm dead.
Ah!
We won't keep that in mind when we do our white people episode.
Oh man, that's gonna be
I'm gonna
crazy.
keep that in mind.
I
Like,
know, but I'm glad I picked white people that are white men that I actually like. So now I'm gonna hype him up, but that's gonna be the only time y'all hear me hype up a white man. Because come on,
I'm
it's not
dead.
that serious. um. Oh, at the time when Keith Crouch was doing Brandy's album, he was also doing Layla Hathaway's album, which is
Oh wow.
insane. You're fucking 21, bro. Doing Layla and Brandy at the same time is
Right.
wow. um, this album also won a lot of the Grammy nominations. Now, it was nominated for Best New Artist. It did not win. Hootie and the Blowfish won. And I don't get that. Wasn't they out when our parents was around?
Nah. They're in the
Really?
nine. They're in the '90s.
They were?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I thought they was a 70s, 80s band. I
Nah.
just knew
Nah. They ain't
they
that
was
old.
around for a
They ain't
very
that old. Nah. Nah, I ain't
I
gonna say I
didn't
ain't listen to them, but I know they're from the '90s.
I don't think I've ever listened to Hootie and the Blowfish. You damn right. They came out in 94. What the fuck? I did not know
I
that.
just know they had the white folk in the chokehold, so I was just like, hey,
Oh yeah, they did. But yeah, Brandy lost to them, which is fucked up. I need to listen to an album because I need to make sure that was the right choice.
That would be our next review.
Yes, dead ass.
Another review.
Because why did they she lose to Hootie? That better have been a good ass album in '94. It was
Hootie
called
hoo.
Cracked Rear View. Okay, they got like a good three. I'm gonna listen to this. This better be a good ass album.
I'm dead.
Oh, I told you about Crystal.
Hmm.
Oh, the album was on the charts for 89 weeks. That's
Jesus.
a long ass time. Yeah. And then, you know, them remixes came out. That really did it for us.
Oh, wanna be down remix? Oh yeah, they killed that joint.
What?
That's the shit right there.
What? They didn't have to do it like that. But I think my last fact that I had for real, no I didn't. I have a lot of facts. Screaming. You know, she heard I Wanna Be Down for the first time at a Taco Bell. I thought that was a cute little fun fact.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, oh yay, I'm on the radio. And then at 14, she rushed through her recording session for Broken Hearted so she can go to the amusement park. Yeah.
I mean, she's still a kid, man. She's still a kid.
She was. That was very kid like. Did you listen to Aaliyah too?
To who?
Aaliyah? I mean, we didn't have to this round, but I'm saying, did you listen to Aaliyah back in the day?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. To you was
That's my B day twin.
oh really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Um, now, did you love Aaliyah? Like, were you a huge fan?
I listened to. I'm not gonna say I was a huge fan, but I definitely listened to her music.
Oh, okay. Do you compare? Would you compare Aaliyah to Brandy at all?
Nah, they had two different vibes.
Okay. Yeah. Who do you think could sing better? Or
Brandy can sing. To me, Brandy can sing better. I just like. I think I probably rock with Aaliyah's music more.
mm, okay. Wait, before I get to the point of this, why you say that? What is wrong with? What did you think about this album?
No. The album was great. I'm just saying like. I mean, Aaliyah had fucking Timberland as her producer, like,
Oh,
and Missy. So like,
okay,
you can't really
okay.
miss with those two. So it's like,
I feel you. Have you
yeah.
listened to an Aaliyah album?
I have. I listened to 1 in a Million.
Oh, was that the only one?
I think so.
Okay,
No. I listened to her. I listened to her last one, but that was like a minute ago though.
okay, yeah.
But more recently, I listened to her first one, to 1 in a Million. So yeah,
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I'll give you that.
like
I mean,
that
that's
beat
not
is
her
like,
first one either.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I said because I think her first one is
Age ain't nothing but a number.
yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure
But
we
we don't
all
talk about it. We
understand.
don't talk about that one
No, we don't talk
as
about
much,
that
as
one
much,
because of
as
a
much,
reason.
as much.
And I just
Still
want to
good
make
music,
sure.
but yeah.
No, it is. But I still want to make sure we all know the history. And that's not her first album.
Shoes we love us.
Yeah, that was a good album with her. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, moving on. So Brandy was compared to Aaliyah a lot back in the day. Did you know that?
I did not.
Did you
Interesting.
hear that at all growing up?
I didn't. I
Yeah, me
always got.
neither.
I always got the the whole Brandy Monica thing. I never got
That's
Brandy
what
and
I
Aaliyah.
thought.
I
Yeah.
never got that.
So apparently in the early 90s, it was definitely a comparison between her and Aaliyah. Um, I guess Brandy has said something in an interview or something like that, and her words were misinterpreted.
Mm.
So she ended up shouting out Aaliyah at the 95 Soul Train Awards, letting her know how much she admired her, loved her, and everything like that. Because there was never any negative energy. That's just the media being the media pitting women against women, per usual.
And
So
they were both born the same year, so that kind of makes sense.
I did not know that either. Yeah, I didn't realize Aaliyah was the first R&B girly on the scene at the time before Brandy and Monica as like a younger R&B girly. You know what I'm saying? Like the new school of R&B girlies coming
I
out.
think you're right.
Yeah, she was apparently. I didn't know that
I had
either.
to think about that because most of the other young ones were all groups. So yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
damn. Okay,
I
shit.
know. I know. But when you think about it too, now looking back, do you feel like Aaliyah reached the fame of Brandy and Monica? Or do you feel like, okay, when we look at all three of their careers, I
Hmm.
feel like when it comes to Brandy, she reached like that upper echelon of
Yeah,
superstardom that a lot of R&B artists would want to reach. She had her own show twice. She had a show
true.
actually, so forgot about Thea, but she led her own show. She had
Mo to the E
multiple
to the.
albums. What else did Brandy do? Didn't she have a doll?
You said a doll?
Like a
Oh no,
DOLL.
maybe. She did do the what's it called? The Cinderella movie. Cinderella movie.
Yeah, I forgot about the Cinderella movie. Yeah, she did do that. I was thinking of that in my head and then I instantly forgot about it.
That was a good. That was a good movie though.
Yeah, she did do that. Now, Aaliyah didn't start doing like movies and stuff until later into her career.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I feel like she was trying to make more transitions to into doing more movies.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Monica only did a I think she did Soul Plane, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. I think she did. She did Atlanta too. Or ATL.
Oh, ATL, that's what I'm thinking of. ATL, not Soul Plane.
Yeah, she was
I
ATL.
knew it was one of them hood movies that we watched on BET.
Right.
I couldn't remember which one.
Yeah, she did more cameos than anything. She didn't have like any like big
Right, right.
roles.
Yeah. Because Monica can't act for real. No shade. No tea. No tea, no shade.
I mean,
Oh.
I can't really speak, so
Why?
I haven't seen her enough stuff to say if she can act or not.
I can say it definitively.
Like I literally just think of ATL, and that's just like that was just like again like a cameo, like a
Agreed.
10
Agreed.
second thing.
Agreed. Agreed. I feel what you're saying. I think she gave us what she could get.
I'm weak.
I ain't gonna be. I'm like not gonna hold you. I think that's what she got. But when it comes to Brandy, the acting chops are superb. Although that last movie she was in, did you see that?
Nah,
It was trash. I don't think it was Brandy. I just think it was the storyline. It was supposed to be a scary movie about somebody taking her stupid little baby. And I didn't mean to say
uh,
stupid little baby like that, but it was just a
I'm
stupid
weak.
story. I
I
didn't
not
like it.
understand.
Okay, well, Brandy's still out here acting and doing her thing. Um, but not only is she inspiring the masses in movies, but musically, of course, she inspired people. Inspired. Oh yeah, and she was in "I Know What You Did Last Summer," or "I Still Know What You Did Last Summer." Which one?
Yeah, yeah. I still know what she did last summer. Was it that? Yeah, it was that one. And she
Okay,
died in that too.
unfortunately,
And she
but
died.
yeah,
All the black people. I think all the black people died in that movie.
yeah, they definitely
Yep.
did.
And her and Makai Piper all died.
I forgot Makai was in that. Dang, that movie upset me too. But she inspired Solange. Then when the other and Britney Spears apparently, I didn't know Britney
Oh
Spears
wow.
was fucking with Brandy that heavy. Yeah, but Erica Badu had tweeted that part of her inspiration behind Baduism came from this album.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right.
It ain't even on the same vibes.
Right. Let me find out.
Yeah, but Jill Scott said the same thing. Brandy, this first album inspired her debut album too. So, but
Uh,
other artists have said it as well. Maxwell has said it. Janae Aiko. I mean, so many artists have said how much Brandy has inspired them, and me too.
oh, oh.
I can't sing or nothing, you feel me? But every time I always listen to like this album or so here was my thing. As in high school, in order to write or in order to get my creative juices flowing, um, to get a poem or a story started, I would listen to music. And one of the albums that I will always play would be Brandy, obviously. And Broken Hearted was definitely on repeat.
Okay.
Especially when I wanted to write about love and like my heartbreak of love or something like that. I don't know what the fuck I was going through in middle school and high school, but it was real. And this album definitely helped me get in a creative zone and space. So yeah, love it. It's 26 years old now.
Damn, it was old.
Old as fuck. And Brittany said, I mean Brittany, that's crazy. Brandy.
Like Britney who?
Who's
Britney Spears said
Britney?
something?
Yeah, Britney Spears. We not on her. Brandy said Whitney Houston and the Clark sisters were her inspiration behind this album. Can you hear that?
Say it again.
Whitney Houston and the Clark sisters were her inspiration behind this album. Did you hear it in the songs?
Oh yeah, I could definitely hear that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, same here. I thought she embodied a grown ass woman singing grown ass content, even though it was for the youth. You feel me?
Yeah.
But they were pretty adult topics, or I don't know, adult big feelings for a kid at 14.
Right. Like she was singing about some. She was singing about some like adult stuff at a young age.
Yeah,
I mean, kind of like Monica. Monica was doing the same stuff.
that's true. That's true. But I
To be
think
fair.
Monica, to me, felt like she really was doing stuff. Like Monica was that girl that you would sneak out to parties with. You feel me? Whereas Brandy gave more of like the girl next door, the girl you don't like. You go to church, you come home, you study, that kind of thing. You sneak to talk to boys on the phone. You feel me? That's what she always gave.
Accurate as hell. Very accurate.
Yeah, and I think that's why taking it back to that album that we hate, the albums we hate. I honestly think that's why that that year or the year before that when she was going through that marriage and stuff, that crazy marriage and had that reality show, I think that's why she went all those things because Brandy always had to like give off this image of like perfection or like she doesn't like I don't know, just like the goody two shoes type of vibe. And I think that when she started doing stuff and it made her like that the hit and run and all of that other stuff, it just kind of made her look like, oh well, she's not as perfect as she kind of makes herself out to seem.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
for that.
So I thought it was always interesting for her to break out of that role and for people to see just like another side of her the older she gets. So, and I think that's been a little hard for some people too because they still put her in this space, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is what it is.
I mean, that's what most artists once you get older, you expect them to still rap about the same shit, and they don't. And then when they do rap about the same shit, like oh, rap some older shit.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
niggas be so fickle in the hip hop world. Well, in R&B world too, but
Just in music, period, right? I just feel,
for the most part, yeah, yeah. For the most part, yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, because wait till we do Christina, because I got something to say with that.
Mm-mm. Whoopsies.
No, it's nothing bad, but
No, I get you. I get what you're saying
yeah,
though.
I'll wait till we.
Especially based on the album that we're about to listen to. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
want
get
to
what
save it. I want to save it because I have a lot of thoughts.
you're saying.
But I hope she don't kill me because I do love that Christina album, and I don't want her to think that I'm a hater by talking shit. But I have shit to talk.
I'm about to say don't add her to the list now. People you hate.
Oh no. I don't hate Christina Aguilera. Do I think she gives mean girl energy? Yeah. I think she probably gives mean girl energy in real life. Like, and you know she a white Latina and they be acting funny. They do. They act like they white. So I just give them side eye sometimes because
Sitting with the
they just act funny. But anyway, this ain't about Christina. Moving on. That's how much I love this album. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. It is one of the best R&B albums of all time, of our generation, of just like, this is a masterpiece. You can play this album to this day and be like, yes, get it. You could go to a club and listen to Baby or I Want to Be Down and just dance to it. Like,
accurate, accurate.
it's just one of the best pieces of work I've ever listened to. Seriously, it was chef's fucking kiss. Like, it's a good ass album. And then look at Brandy, all innocent and shit.
Right.
With the braids, I love it. She set the tone, bro.
I'm O to the E to the M in the morning. Never brownie. It's me. It's me.
Nah, she did her thing. I love this album so much. What do you rate it?
I'm giving it a nine.
Why?
Nine.
You're annoying.
How?
What is it
It's a
missing that
nine.
you
It's just
can't
a
give it
nine.
a 10?
I mean, it's not anything I play top to bottom. Like, it's only like a handful of albums that I like. For me personally, it's only a handful of albums that I can play from top to bottom with no skips. Even with this Makaveli album, I love this album, but it's two songs that I would skip on that album.
Okay.
So I'm very, I don't know what the word
This
I'm
album is
looking
no
for.
skips. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what do we say? What did you skip?
I mean, I listened to it all the way through so I can get like the full review of it. Of
What
course,
would you skip?
what would I skip? What would I skip?
I want to hear.
Maybe the first song.
Shut up. No, you're lying. Get out of here. That's not even a real answer.
I'm dead.
There's no way you would skip the first song.
I'm dead. Like I
There's
gotta go.
no way.
Like I gotta listen to it again. I had to listen to
Yeah, please.
it. But right now it's a
Are you
nine.
kidding me?
Right now it's a nine.
No.
It's a nine. Right now.
No.
It's a nine until I listen to it again.
He
Until I
said
get
if
it.
the role don't work for me, I got to be moving on. She
Okay.
said I could be your typical kind of girl, wasting your time, but that's not her motherfucking style. She'd rather be occupied, trying to keep her mind. Like, what are you talking about?
And
It's
then
literally
and
a
she could be
Negro
and she could be
spiritual.
occupied. And she could be occupied how she wants.
No, she'd rather be occupied pointed to a higher place. You feel me? She'd rather be thinking about things that are better for her. It's this song is about like moving forward, not living in the past, not hanging on to negativity and negative people. Are you serious?
She really trying to change my mind right now. Like, hey,
Because
change your mind now. Change it
I don't
now.
understand you saying moving
Change it now.
is a no for you. That's really crazy. That's so insane. It starts off. Is it the beat?
Might be the beat.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
probably the beat.
yeah.
I mean, I don't take anything away from anybody's lyrics. Well, most people's lyrics, unless you're like
I agree with
little,
that.
unless you're like Lil B or some shit like that.
I
But
feel
like,
you.
yeah, I won't take. I don't like even with Nas. Like, I don't take shit away from his lyrics, but he just always have the best beats. Or it might not. It may not be a beat that I particularly care for.
Mm,
I mean, I was talking to one of my friends. She liked the song "I Can" by Nas. I personally don't like the song. I like the message, but I don't care for the beat.
I feel that. I like the beat only because it's that ain't it like a Beethoven or Mozart or is it like a
Yeah,
classical beat that he
yeah.
uses?
I just didn't care for that personally. Like I like
Mm,
classical music. I just didn't care. I didn't care for it in that form.
I feel that. I
Yeah.
like it because it's mixing it with hip hop. I always find that interesting. So I just that's why I like it. Also because it reminds me of like that Carmen hip opera.
Oh my god, that's funny. I was just thinking about that shit the other day.
Yo, I gotta watch that again. Is it still good?
I ain't watch it. I was just thinking about it. It just rapidly.
I
I
wonder
did
if
watch
it's
this
good.
one. I watched this one hip hop movie called Played. It's
Like,
like it had Merlin Santana in it.
I still love him so much.
It
Rest
had
in
him.
peace.
It had
Rest
Face
in
on Love
peace.
on there. I think Tony Braxton was on there. Um,
Okay. Can she
it's,
act?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she did this role okay.
Okay. I'm putting Tony in the box with Monica.
I'm dead.
Because that's what I feel like she would give. So yeah,
I will say Face on Love was funny as hell in that movie. So basically, they kind of played it up to like the whole East Coast West Coast thing. The movie's kind of based off that. And Face on Love's character was supposed to be like Suge Knight
that's
essentially,
weird.
but it was just fun. It was just funny. Like
What's it called again?
played a hip hop
Blade.
story.
I'm gonna watch it.
It should be on YouTube.
Okay.
Like play apostrophe D, like play like that.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
got you. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Let's see what it's about.
Because he had one of his artists jump. He's like, don't touch his face. That nigga got to work tonight. That nigga got a show tonight. Don't hit him in the face.
I gotta see that. Let me see that. I bet it's been on BT, and I probably did
It
watch
was on
it.
B. It was definitely a BT shit. It was definitely on BT. That's why I first saw it
Yeah,
was on BT.
it sounds like it.
I think that might have been one of Merlin's like last movies. I think.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, yeah, let me check that out. All right, that's Brandy for you. You gave it your little funky ass rating. We're gonna
I'm
move
dead.
on.
I'm dead.
We're gonna move on because
All
you're not
right.
gonna upset my spirits.
I'm dead. Hey, just go ahead. Just move on. Just move on.
Ah,
But yes, we're going to talk about one of my favorite pop albums of all time, the Makaveli Don Killuminati 7 Day Theory album. This is the only album that have his Makaveli moniker instead of his 2Pac name. So the reason why, so some fun facts. The reason why it's called the 7 Day Theory because it was rumored that they did this whole album in 7 days. So apparently, I think he recorded all the songs and like I think he recorded the songs in 3 days, and then they mixed everything in those last 4 days. I
mm-hmm.
believe that's how they did it. Yeah,
Yeah, insane,
right. Like Pop's worth, I think was just fucking incredible.
insane. Have you ever done something that quick before? Like, could you
Hell,
see yourself doing an album that fast?
nah, I doubt it. I
Yeah.
doubt it. Even though if I put in that much work, I doubt I would get that many songs done.
Right. Because wasn't there songs that didn't make the album?
Yeah, there were songs. There were songs that he cut out. So this is one of the last albums where he actually had a say so for the most part on it, well, before he passed. So I mean, there was like plenty of songs where he just like Nas and stuff like that. But him and Nas actually like had squashed the beef like days before he got killed. So like there were a lot of songs that he actually took off. And then it's actually on YouTube. You can look it up. I think they call it like the 3 Day Theory, and it has all the original tracks that were supposed to be on there.
Wow.
And
Okay.
then like the back cover is fucking crazy because like on this album he disses everybody. He disses
Yes.
everybody. But like on the back cover he had like Dr. Dre like in a like ballerina outfit. Fucking he had Diddy and Biggie in a compromising position. I ain't gonna say it, but like he had them in compromising positions. Like it was wild. Like and this album shows like it was a very dark album. It shows like his like so Pac has like a 3 album trilogy. Like you got Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, and then Machiavelli. Me Against the World shows like his like sad side, his pure. I feel like that's his purest album, but like that shows like his sad side for the most part. All Eyes on Me was like, he just got out of jail. He's back home. Just like his coming out album, free album, all that stuff like that. And this was just his straight out, just anger album. Like he just let out all his frustrations off on this album. And this album was originally supposed to be a mixtape. It wasn't even supposed to be an album. It was
Yeah.
supposed to be like an underground thing. That's why a lot of the beats sound so raw. It's because
Mm.
like it wasn't mixed because it was supposed to be like a straight up mixtape. And it was supposed to be released in '97.
Mm.
But then after he passed, Suge was like, all right, let's go ahead and drop this shit down, get some money
Yeah.
off the shit. So
Yeah, because Suge was like, don't sell this for free. I want
right,
money from you. Owe me another album. I'm screaming. Even in death, that's so crazy.
right.
Ruthless.
Not ruthless, death row. Sad.
Insanity.
But no, like on this album, the only songs that I would skip on this album is Just Like Daddy and Life of an Outlaw. Those probably be the only songs I would skip.
Okay.
But as far as like my favorite songs go, Against All Odds, Hold Your Head, White Man's World, Crazy, Blasphemy.
Okay.
I'm excluding the singles. But yeah.
I love that for you. I love that for you. I would skip Toss It Up, Just Like Daddy, and Crazy. Yeah, I didn't care for those too much.
You didn't like Toss It Up?
No, because I know that
You didn't like No Diggity?
that was for the bitches, but it wasn't for the bitches. I wasn't feeling it.
It was a that was a straight up this. That was a straight that's so about that song. So of course you know the song No Diggity
Yeah,
Blackstreet,
yeah,
Dr. Dre.
yeah.
So originally Pac wanted that beat for his album, but when Dre left, Dre took the beat with him and then gave it to Blackstreet.
Makes sense.
And then Pac got pissed off, so he made like his own version of the beat and started dissing all them niggas.
I'm screaming. That is such a Gemini thing to do. Very messy. Very petty. Very messy.
It's like, hey, we took your beat. You weren't using it right.
So why is he called Makaveli? You know?
So just like he read this book called The Art of War. Um, the author's name was the soldier's name. Damn, I forgot how to say his actual name. Um, like Niccolo Machiavelli. He was like this person who was in prison. Then like he faked his death type stuff. And you know how Pac had that whole rumor where like whole thing where like everybody thought that Pac faked his death.
Yeah.
Because he changed the name to Makaveli. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And then the way Makaveli spelled, if you rearrange the letters, it says "I am alive."
Okay.
So like yeah, and then with the group Outlaws, because like Makaveli kind of like I was an outlaw from wherever he was from because he was in prison. Except for two members, everybody from the Outlaws was named after like a dictator person. Like yeah, like Hussein. One of the members named Hussein. One of the members was named Gaddafi. Um, Another one was named Mussolini. Like all these like
Oh shit!
dictators.
I
Yeah,
didn't even notice that. What about EDI? Why was
EDI. Yeah. He
who's
was
that
another one.
after?
I forgot who he was named after.
Okay.
Like Edie Amin. I think the true name is Edie Amin. He's just the way he spelled it.
Okay. That's
Um,
crazy.
yeah,
Wow.
everybody was named after like dictators and stuff like that, like outlaws,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah.
And the Outlaws were heavy on this album.
Yeah, he didn't have really that many um features outside the outlaws, except for Badass, all crazy,
Yeah.
and R&B features. But
So you think he was trying to move into producer realm with this album?
yeah, because remember he was supposed to have his own label. He was supposed to have his own label, and once he has his own label, he was going to sign the Outlaws to his label and like start pushing them.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It sucks. I hate that this Bombs First was like my favorite thing. I wasn't expecting that.
In what way? What you mean?
I just wasn't expecting that to be so cutthroat. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, Hail Mary is my favorite song on this album.
Okay. Respect.
But Oh, what else do I like? I like Hail Mary, Bombs First, White Man's World, Me and My Girlfriend, and To Live and Die in LA.
Yeah, that's.
Those are my favorites.
Did you have something you want to say about me and my girlfriend?
Why did Jay Z sample that song?
I don't know. You had to ask Jay Z.
So here's the thing. When I first heard the song from Jay Z, I actually didn't know it was a sample because I never heard that Tupac's version of the song. I
Right.
actually never heard this album at all. I had only heard Hail Mary because that was a song that my mom liked. But I'm assuming my mom must have heard this album or some of the songs from this album was like, hell no, can't play this around the kids. So we never
Mm,
listened to this.
nah,
But now, as an adult, obviously, as I got older, I knew he had sampled it from Tupac. I just didn't know what album this was on.
got you.
Now, looking at it, I was like, and then I listened to Bombs First. I'm like, well, then why would he sample a song from an album he was dissed on? And I guess I understand, like he died, drop it. You know, who holds grudges? We grown, but no. I just thought it was
I feel that. Nah, I get that.
me. It's weird for me. Like I don't care if he's dead. I will be spitting on his grave because you dissed me in your last album before you died, bitch. Fuck you, and I'm gonna tell you to your face when I get to heaven. But
That's crazy.
it's like, why would you? Why would you sample that? That is so insane. He called him. What did he call Jay Z? I mean, he was just going in. He called the mob sleep. He said
Notorious Pig.
he said Biggie. I mean, Puffy was a snitch. Is that true? Was that what happened?
You might have been a snitch. I don't know that story. That story I don't know about.
Oh, he called Jay Z a half kingpin, half rapper.
I mean, Fat Joe says something similar damn about Jay Z too. So
I wouldn't sample a song from
so
somebody that
also
talks.
also fun fact. So you know the song the song Ether where
Uh-huh.
it says fuck Jay Z. Where he says fuck Jay Z at the beginning.
Mhm.
So there's another song that's left off this album called Friends, and Pot literally says, "Ain't no nigga like me, fuck Jay Z," and that's where Nas sampled this shit from. Mm-hmm.
I did not know that. That's crazy. When is Jay Z's birthday? Because I got
I think
December
December
4th.
4th.
It's weird. I'm sorry. It's weird. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. And that's why he probably dissed all these niggas because you niggas aren't real. Like, that is some fake ass shit. Why would you sample it? It's weird. Just like Snoop Dogg to me being on Pac's life. Why would you do that? Why was you on there? Y'all weren't friends when he died. I don't understand. Y'all were friends prior to that, but he clearly didn't fuck with you anymore. So why would you sit up here and hop on a track talking about that was your friend and your that's weird. It's weird. It's just weird. I don't like it. I mean, and I guess let bygones be bygones because the man died. Maybe I'm a bitch and I hold
That's
too many
crazy.
grudges. I hold too many grudges. Maybe I'm the problem. Do you feel me? I can feel that.
Some Gemini's for you.
I can feel that. I can
So.
feel that. I can feel that. But I'm letting you niggas know. If I say I don't fuck with you, keep my name out your mouth. Don't sample none of my shit. I
I'm
don't
dead.
fuck with you. And that's on everything. Like, do not put me in it. I'm going and I don't fuck with you even in death. And I'm dead ass.
I'm dead. So last fact about this song though, last fact about me and my girlfriend. He's actually talking about his gun. He's not talking about the actual girl, he's talking about his gun.
And then Jay-Z sampled it and be a bitch
He's
about
talking
it.
about it. He's talking about a gun.
I just have lost.
Like when he's talking about I love figure fucking, he's talking about squeezing the trigger and shit. Like
I've lost definitely a smidget of respect for Jay-Z. Just a smidget. Just
and then this song
maybe
was
open it
also
a little more.
and this song was also inspired by Nas's "I Give You Power" because that song was talking about is rapping from the perspective of a gun.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
What album is that?
it was written his second one, his the one
Oh,
that had if I rule the world on it.
oh okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's on that one.
But then he ended up dissing. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But again, they ended up squashing it. So
They did squash it?
yeah, they squashed it. Like they met at the what's it, MTV Music Awards, Music Video Awards, the VMAs or whatever it was.
When?
Instead, like literally a couple of days before he went to Vegas.
Dang. That's fucked up. And
Because that's
then he
yeah,
still and then Shook still released this
yeah.
after
I mean,
after
I
he
mean,
made.
Pac said worse stuff. He said worse stuff, but like those songs got taken off, but he wasn't. They weren't able to take off everything. So,
Okay.
but speaking of that, I had to talk about Against All Odds,
Hmm.
and I want to say I'm gonna go. I said this several times, but I go on record to say Against All Odds is a way better diss song than Hit 'Em Up to me.
Really?
Yes, because
Why you,
this nigga talked about everybody. This nigga
that
talked
was
about
one of my favorite songs too, actually.
this nigga talked about Nas. Nigga talked about Mob Deep. Talked about Diddy. He talked about fucking
He did.
Jimmy Henchman and what's his face Haitian Jack. The niggas that were responsible allegedly for him getting shot the first time. Like
Mm.
he called them niggas out by name. Like wasn't no fucking like sub this and not like that. No sneak this and like no. He called them niggas out by name. He talked about how Haitian Jack because like he had that
That's what I wanted to ask you. I wrote names down.
he had I know Pac had that that grape charge against him.
Uh-huh.
So originally what was it Haitian Jack? Yeah, Haitian Jack had that same charge, but then somehow he ended up in a different trial type shit, which Pac saying like, okay, this nigga probably snitched or some shit, so he can get off on while I'm taking the full brunt of the shit. Yeah, or set him
Dang.
up type shit. He's like, oh, he set him up type shit. Yeah, so
Dang.
like same
Like,
case, different trial. Nigga, picture what he said. I was like,
dang. Who was who's Nitty and Big Rock?
I think Nitty was somebody. I forgot who Nitty was. Nitty was somebody that I think he used to rock with.
Okay.
I think I can't remember exactly who they were.
Okay.
But that nigga this De La Soul. Did he just Fuji on this song?
I didn't.
He's dissing Fuji. I don't think it was on this song, but I know he dissing Fuji before though.
Dang.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh no, he was dissing everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody could get it.
everybody definitely got.
Everybody could get it.
I saw this album as it was very complicated. As a Gemini, I definitely understood it. It's funny because it's like you're very critical of yourself at all times. And because you're like so critical of yourself, you become extra critical of people around you as well. It's like I'm moving this way, I'm doing this, and I know it's like a code to this shit, but other niggas ain't moving like this. Why? And I don't like that, and it's
Mm,
weird. So now I gotta say something about it because I ain't a bitch, and who gonna stop me?
mm,
So that's what it gave, and I understood it completely because that's how I be talking on social media
right.
and
And
in real life. So
right. And then just looking at how like saying he got robbed, he got shot. He didn't think that would ever happen to him. You know what I'm saying? It's like he got robbed. The people that he thought he could trust, he couldn't trust.
yeah.
So
But
like,
don't you feel like he thought he was gonna die?
oh no, definitely, he definitely thought that. He even said it on here. He said he'd probably be murdered for the shit that he said. Like if he
Yeah.
didn't get murdered in Vegas, he probably going to get murdered on some other shit. That's what he thought. So
Yeah, because even in his last album, so Fun fact. After this, after I listened to this album, I got in a real crazy Tupac mood because this album, while it didn't make me angry, it did make me angry, if that makes sense. Like I wasn't angry, you feel me? But I
Yeah,
was
but
angry.
you feel like you're hype. It gets you hype. It gets you hype. Especially when
Yeah.
you listen. Especially when you listen to Against All Odds.
Yeah. Yeah, that did it for me. I was like, oh yeah, nigga, I hate everybody.
Niggas say fuck the rap game. Nigga, this MOB. So like, hey,
Yeah, I was like, fuck all these niggas. But yeah, after that I went back to listen to your other favorite album.
All Eyes on Me.
Yeah, but I only listened to volume one because that shit is long. And but he talked about reincarnation like a lot on that
Mm. Are
album.
you talking about what song was that? Life Goes On.
He said it in a few songs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Oh
another
yeah. Oh yeah.
he
Only God can
mentioned.
judge me.
Yeah, I was just thought it was interesting that he kept mentioning reincarnation, like he really didn't want to fuck up this life to come back and do that shit again.
Yeah, like that's my only fear to come back reincarnated. Come back reincarnated. My
Yeah,
only fear.
that's crazy. You think he did a good job? You think he was reincarnated? You think Tupac's still alive? Answer all those questions.
So if you asked me this back in like high school, I would say yes. But nah, I don't think he's alive.
Okay, okay, got
'Cause
you.
I feel like at this point he would have been out, like said some shit if that was the case. I feel like because
You think so?
he's very because he's like very outspoken. So like I don't know if he can like I don't know if he can stay quiet for too long, especially when niggas was like shitting on his name type shit.
I feel that.
I feel like he would want somebody to say something. He will find some way for his word for his shit to be heard. You know what I'm saying? So,
I could feel that.
but if you ask younger AJ, oh yeah, that nigga alive. That nigga was alive for sure. How you explain all these albums coming out? Nigga, it's 2006. He still got music. This nigga died 10 years ago. That nigga is in Cuba living his best life.
Now you know with his work ethic why he had so much.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
insane.
And he still got plenty of songs that weren't even like actually like released. Like you hear it's on YouTube, but they weren't actually like released.
Oh wow. So do you think he came back reincarnated?
I don't know. Time will tell.
Okay.
I don't think I haven't seen a reincarnation yet,
Okay.
but time will tell though.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Do you believe in reincarnation?
I do to an extent. I do.
Okay. Same. Same. It's iffy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have questions about it. Like
Facts. No.
I don't want to come back. I feel like I've done enough and this is it. I feel like I might have been here before, but I hope I don't have to do this shit again. I hope that this is the last time that I have to visit you niggas and be around y'all because I don't like it here. I'm not meant for it.
I feel it.
Maybe I can come back like on another plane or
What do you
universe.
mean by oh okay. Got you.
Like yeah, like another parallel thing, like Doctor Strange. If I could be
I'm dead. Okay. Another timeline type stuff. I got
yeah,
you.
if I could be in another timeline that's better with better people, like humans are amazing on that timeline, then I'll do that. But if I can't do that, then fuck this.
I feel it. No,
Yeah.
that's real. That's
'Cause
real.
this is not it. Okay, I love it. Now I like this album, but I did think Tupac was still alive, so I turned into high school AJ and I went down a rabbit hole, high key, low key, and I was like, okay, well maybe he is still alive, because why would he do all of this? What would make him put something out like this? And why would he say all this stuff? And then the song "To Live and Die in LA," it was just like so ominous.
mm. Kind of fall in love part motherfucker too. Without gay
Yeah,
ass Dre. That's what he would say.
it's
he,
just crazy.
he got that nigga Dre gay so many times. Like that shit was crazy.
What was his problem with Dre?
So one of his biggest things when he came to Death Row, he really wanted to work with Dr. Dre. But by the time he came to Death Row, Dr. Dre was kind of on his way out. So
Mm.
Dr. Dre only did like 2 songs on All Eyes on Me. The Pot didn't like that. He felt like Dre's work ethic was trash. And then of course, Suge and Dre had their own issues. So Suge's getting in the Pac's ear saying this and that about Dre. So and then Pac's just echoing it since that's how Pac is.
This is petty.
Yeah. And then when Dre actually left, he saw that as like disloyal because like, all right, you leaving the label, just.
Dang. So what was his real issue with Jay-Z and Nas?
Well, Jay-Z was friends with Biggie,
Okay.
so like he's guilty about his association.
Association. Yeah.
And I think Nas had said something about the beef, and then Pac essentially was just like, man, shut the fuck.
Oh, he became J. Cole. He was J. Cole before J. Cole was J. Cole.
I mean, he ain't diss him, but like he said some shit about the beef, about the whole East Coast West Coast shit. No
Right.
bad boy.
Mind your fucking business.
Yeah.
It wasn't about
Essentially, it was essentially like that. Yeah, yeah. Basically, it was basically like that. Yeah, just watch your mouth.
Dang, Nas, you
Basically,
didn't have to
yeah.
insert yourself in it. Well, why he mad at Mob Deep? Is it just he just was dissing everybody from New York because you
No,
just
no,
didn't?
no, 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 no. Like it's like you said, like he didn't have beef with New York. Like he only had beef with Bad Boy. But if anybody wanted to say some shit, it was fuck you too.
Dang. Did Mob Deep ever do a thingy against him? A diss?
They did after Pot just them.
Oh wow. Was it good?
It was. It was solid. It was one of their big hits.
Okay.
So I know originally they were going to release a music video, but after Pot died, they're like, yeah, we're not going to do the video.
Damn. Everybody cease and desist on the beef.
Because you heard hit him up where you're like, yo, don't one of y'all niggas that sickle cell something? You was talking about them. He was talking about Prodigy because Prodigy got sickle cell or had sickle cell.
I forgot because that hit him up is crazy. It went in.
Yeah,
I've only listened to it one time for real because it was a bit much. It was a bit much for me, at
but
least.
the Mob Deep thing was because he had a group called Thug Life. And, he got Thug Life on his chest and all that. And then like when he got locked up, whatever, none of them niggas visited him. So when he came out, he's like, man, that Thug Life shit is dead. Blah blah blah. And then like Mobb Deep, they had a song called "Survival of the Fittest," and in the hook they said Thug Life still living their life. And Pop thought they were talking about him. They weren't, but that's what he thought. So therefore, he started dissing them niggas.
Not just. Oh my god.
And then De La Soul, they made like a music video where they were like making fun of rappers who fake like they were like rich, but they were really broke. And then and the video mimic 2Pac's music video for "I Get Around." So Pac took that shit as like, okay, y'all niggas dissing too. Like, I bet. So he started dissing them niggas too.
These niggas really just needed to talk.
Right? I mean, yeah.
Like,
that's pretty much what it was.
What is going on? Wow.
But for what I read, I think Pac confronted them one time, and they're like, "Oh no, it ain't about you." And then they did something else, and then Pac was like, "All right, yeah, fuck all that."
He said Nas' style was bitten. Why he say that?
He sound like Rakim.
I'm screaming. That's petty.
Oh, he sound like Rakim, man.
Not that he's a snitch, but Puffy took a bribe. Who he take a bribe?
I don't know. Maybe from like the shooting. I think he might have been referencing the shooting.
Who's shooting? His first one?
His first one.
For real?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
There was rumor that like, cause like there were rumors that like the people were cool with, like Bad Boy and stuff like that. And then being that all them niggas are from New York, and then like Biggie's like big in New York, he feel like that's why Pop feel like them niggas set him up. He feel like Biggie and them set him up. He was like, at the very least, y'all niggas could have told me like, oh yeah, I'm about to get wet up and shit like that. So to watch
it back. Think it was?
I mean, I don't think Biggie had anything to do with it.
You think Puffy did though?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think just like It was just he was just hanging with the wrong people because like Jimmy Henchman and them niggas were legit street niggas.
Mm.
Like there was like Jimmy Henchman is in jail for life right now.
Oh wow.
For some shit. Like even 50 Cent was beefing with Jimmy Henchman. Like there's some stories about I think what this is a story where like they told Yale like he found Jimmy Henchman's like son and like smacked him up type shit or something like that. And then his house got shut up. It was a whole bunch of like different shit. Like Yale's house got shut up. Or his
So
mom's
Jimmy
house.
Henchman is just a street nigga? Like that's it?
So like no, like but he was like in the music industry. Like he was doing like
Oh,
business stuff
okay.
too. Like you know how like drug dealers like that it's good like drug dealers get cool with like people in the music industry and like that's kind of like their styles. That's what they put their money into type shit.
Money into right,
Yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah. So it was kind
right.
of it was kind of like on that
Level.
regard. Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha. Understood. Understood. Did you also hear the samples on this album
You said see, yeah,
or
definitely,
hear
definitely.
the samples?
Mm-hmm.
Um, besides the one that we said for No Diggity, I didn't hear the James Brown one. You did?
Hold on, what song was that one? I'm trying to remember what song that was.
Oh, I don't know what song they sampled it, but he said they sampled James Brown More Peas. And
I'm trying to remember.
Bombs First. That's what it was
Oh,
on. More
I think my.
Peas and Naughty by Nature they sampled.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I think that might have been like the
I didn't
intro
hear it in
part.
there. I don't know. Maybe I missed my problem.
And I know this is sample in Hold Your Head. I can't remember what that sample is, but I think
Oh,
that's the sample too. At least the hook is. I know the hook is the sample. I think.
okay. That's what's up. I did like this album. I mean, I wouldn't play it all the way through. Like I said, I would skip those three songs, but
You said toss. You said toss it up, crazy, and what? Just like
just like
Daddy.
Daddy, yeah. Not that they have to be like they're bad songs or anything. It's just like I just don't.
If you had a choice, you would skip those. Yeah,
Right, yeah.
that's how. Yeah, yeah, that's how I be feeling with most songs. Like, yeah, if I had to, I would skip them.
So if we gonna be honest, then okay. If I had to skip a song on Brandy's album, if I had to, which I would never because that's psychotic, I would skip. I would skip. I'm Yours. And As Long as You're Here and Love Is on My Side. I don't always want to hear those songs.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
Yeah. I love them, but I don't always want to hear them. Yeah. That's about it though.
Gosh.
Yeah. And what was yours? You said moving on.
Like I probably listen to it again.
Please. Because you're pissing me off.
But no, I definitely love on my side. I would skip that one. I would if I had to. I would skip that one. I
Okay.
would
Yeah. He
definitely
said
that one.
moving on. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, you pissed me off with that one. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
hold you. That's my favorite song.
Hey, toss it up.
It's giving, and I don't like the way he was. I just don't like that song. I don't
What
feel like.
toss it up?
Yeah, I don't feel like it was really for the ladies. I feel like it was really disrespecting the ladies. On top of that, who's singing in that song? Is that
Casey and JoJo.
okay? It sounded a little bit like Blackstreet too. It's not them either.
It's Casey and JoJo and Aaron Hall.
Okay, okay, okay.
And I think Danny Boy too. Yeah, Danny Boy.
There's nothing wrong with that lineup. Although I prefer if we're gonna do a Casey and JoJo 2Pac remix. It's How Do You Want It?
Right.
I don't like this.
How do you feel?
Yeah, but that's one. How do you want it?
Yeah.
How do you feel? He was singing that song like rent was due.
He was fat, fat.
He sung the hell out of that. Oh, I did want to talk about this cover because I did find out that Tupac hit up a local LA artist to do his
Yeah,
cover.
artist from Compton. Yeah, artist from Compton.
Yeah,
I think his name
cool.
was Risky something. I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say risky business, but that's not it. It's I gotta stop laughing so loud.
I'm dead.
Somebody's gonna report me one day.
Man, they be all right.
That is so true. What is his name? It was Risk something. Yeah. But you know he sold it original painting and it didn't go for as much as he wanted it for, so he had to end up selling it for less than what he wanted. And then he also sold it as an NFT as well.
Oh wow. I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
I would have bought that painting. Shit.
It
I
was
would.
$3,000 he sold it for. Or 30, no, three. It was
Three
three.
thousand. Okay.
Yeah, because I think originally he was trying to sell it for like 15 or 10 or something like that.
The white folks were like, nah, nah.
That's crazy. It's a real piece of art.
No, it really is. Like, 'cause it kind of shows how he was like crucified by the media, like after the whole like sexual charge. Because he got put in jail for sexual assault.
Right. Did he do it?
Nah. Well, he forcibly, as he said, forcibly touched the buttocks, like touching the butt. That was like that only thing he got charged for. Like he didn't get the grape charge.
Okay,
He was found not guilty on that, but it was the sexual assault thing. That's what
gotcha,
got him. Yeah.
gotcha. Um, what do you think about Tupac? Do you feel like Tupac? Well, obviously you love him because he's one of your favorites. But do you feel like um a lot of the stuff that he was doing was just because he was young and he was just like going through things or whatever, or was he really trying to like prove something? Like, what do you feel like your overall consensus of Tupac is?
A little bit of both. Like he was young. Like I mean, he was 25 when he passed. When he passed, so like he was definitely mad young. And then I said this about another artist because like I think I said this shit about Exes at Techion. But a lot of people were, like shitting on him, and I was like, yo, look at yourself when you were 20. That nigga down when he was like what 19, 20. Look at yourself when you were 20. You were probably just as reckless, if not worse. So I'm just like, they were young, like they really didn't have a chance to grow up yet, and they really had no real father figure in their lives like that for real. At least on a consistent basis,
Yeah,
for what I know of. So like, but for him to be as smart as he was, and like as like articulate as he was at that age, to have that mindset at that age is still a rare find. It's a rare find.
I agree. I just
But
think that the streets was hard for him to get out of as well.
that too, and of course, at the end of the day, like he's still young. You're what's the term? What's the phrase? Um, I forgot what the term I'm thinking of, but like what I'm saying, like yeah, he grew up in that atmosphere,
Mm,
that rap atmosphere, and then just the people he was around, especially like his last couple of months, like he was with Death Row, and Death Row was super hectic with gang shit. So like, yeah,
yeah,
that
and then
shit.
growing up as a Black Panther, I mean, and to be honest, also I don't think we look at Tupac's history enough because he is from New York, if I'm not mistaken.
From Harlem, he was born in Harlem.
Grew up in like the East Coast, so grew up in New York, Baltimore, because he moved
Hmm.
to Baltimore too.
Yeah,
Those are like not the easiest areas, especially back in the day.
right, and
And
then moved
then
to the
moved
Bay.
exactly, exactly. Three crazy ass black ass wild locations during that time, especially,
Right.
and raised by Black Panthers. So
So he was always going to be outspoken, and that like that's a double edged sword. Like being outspoken, much I mean, getting your point across is is always good, but it's a double edged sword because sometimes the way you get a point across is like can be seen as like disrespectful or just ignorant or
arrogant.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts. I'm learning that myself still. trying to find a way to say things without being offensive or rude or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
totally get that. Yeah, it was a tough time. I definitely understand. I think he was just going through so much. I know when I think of Tupac, I just think of somebody that definitely was trying to make their own way for themselves, but also, but like when he said it, it's just like you knew that he was angry. He was angry about shit going on in the world. I think he was angry with like certain things that he kind of went through in his own personal life as well, but also just like the things going on around him. So I definitely saw him as like just this militant person, somebody that
Hmm.
was like a voice for our generation.
Voice for the voiceless.
Yeah, which is how I saw Kanye West at first. So
Yeah, early Kanye, yes.
yeah,
Old Kanye, yes,
yeah,
yes, definitely.
yeah.
Because
So
like Pac is definitely he said some shit about like Michael Jackson. Like Michael Jackson now has like 20 houses. You can't can you just keep the shit to one house, maybe two? Do you need all these houses? And what all these houses can you move like homeless people in there? You know, give them some shit. You know.
oh, Tupac said that.
Hmm.
When he say that?
He said that shit back like 92, 90. He might have said that shit like 93, 92,
So
93, something like
I
that.
also read that they wanted Michael Jackson to be on this album on one of the songs to be featured on it, but I don't remember which song they wanted him to be on. But I guess he said no or whatever because he was a fan of Biggie screaming.
Hmm. He, he did do a song with Biggie, so yeah, that's accurate.
Michael Jackson?
He has a song with Biggie.
I wonder if it's because Tupac dissed him. I'm fucking screaming at
I'm
this
weak,
history right
maybe.
now. What's going on? Why was Michael Jackson a fan of Biggie Smalls? And why did they have a song together? What is it called?
I forgot the name. I forgot the
Never
name.
listen to it because this is insane. Michael Jackson and Biggie Smalls. What the fuck? You know, I gotta find that.
I forgot the name. I gotta look it up.
Is it featuring Michael Jackson or is it
No,
featuring
It's
Biggie?
featuring it's featuring Biggie.
Oh. I gotta see this. Let me look on YouTube. I'll look at this after because this is insane.
I think it's yeah, it is. It's on yeah. It's on his this time around. That's what's called.
No way.
Yeah.
I can't even see Michael Jackson listening to Biggie.
I know he was a fan of hip hop. He was a fan of hip hop.
That
Cause
I did know, but I just can't see him listening to Biggie. Like out of all the hip hop artists, Biggie is just not who I saw.
I feel it.
Yeah.
So ignorant.
It's yeah. I just kidding. All right, so what we rating this album?
I give it a 9.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a 9.
Why are you giving it a nine?
Again, because like the two songs I would skip.
You're really serious.
No, for real, no. Like if I have to skip a song, it's not perfect for me. So it's just like
Okay.
there's only like a handful of albums where I won't skip it.
What are those albums?
Uh,
Give me at least
Chron-
two.
Chronic 2001, Get What You Die Trying.
Okay.
Those three I can play all the way through.
Okay. I hear you. I've literally never listened to neither one of those. None of them.
None of them. That's crazy.
No.
That's
I've heard
crazy.
songs from them, but I've never listened to them. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I guess we'll be getting there sooner or
Probably,
later.
probably somewhere down the line.
I mean, if you can play them without skips, I'm sure you're gonna add them to the bunch.
Probably, but I might do a more underrated album depending on the topic or the theme.
Gotcha. I give it a nine because of yeah, really the skips for me. too. I just didn't like toss it up. I ain't gonna hold you.
I
I
feel you.
really didn't. That's like the one song on the album that I really didn't like a lot. So
I feel you. I mean, when I first heard the song, I was like, "Oh, is this the remix to No Diggity?" Then I'm like, "Oh no, it's not." Okay.
yeah, I could do without it. But that's it though. I do like the album. I like the anger. I like the frustration. I like the, you know, getting it out. I love the cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
I
I just like darker themed albums.
Same. That's why Hail Mary is my favorite. I also read that the Outlaws said that Tupac allowed them to, like, they liked working with Tupac a lot because of the way that he would make them go outside of their realm. And when it came to music, especially like Hail Mary, they were worried about because it just wasn't a song that they were used to rapping on. It was so slow. The
Yeah.
beat was, yeah, it was giving church, and they wasn't feeling that. It was weird, but they knew he had a vision, and they fucked with his vision. So
Yeah.
yeah, but that's my shit. It makes me think we're in a horror
Come
movie.
with me, Hail Mary. La da 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 da.
Oh man, that should, and then his voice on it, he does change. I don't think we talk about enough how talk enough about how Tupac has range when it comes to his rapping.
Oh yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, it's very good. I love how he plays with his voice in different songs, which I never noticed until this album, I guess.
Especially on this album though.
Yeah, I did not notice that.
That's why I like. That's why I like all like Blasphemy.
Okay.
That was like another like that was like another version of Hail Mary. Like it had like that whole kind of like churchy vibe, but like
Yeah,
super dark and like kind of like that
I
evil
agree.
tone undertone.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I like the way he did that. Okay, I can't wait to hear more Pac albums. This is like doing it for me.
There it is. There it is.
Love it. All right, y'all. So next week we will be back with another amazing episode, but this time we are taking it to, where are we taking it to?
Was it Staten Island?
Did we say Staten Island? Oh yeah, we did. Staten Island. Yep, we taking it to Staten Island, the forgotten borough. The borough no one talks about, the borough no one likes,
The Wu-Tang Borough.
the the borough that only exists because of Wu Tang. So we gonna listen to
For the children.
Ghost. Yeah, it is for the kids. We gonna listen to Ghostface Killer. What album?
It's the Pretty Tony album.
Okay, why you like that album though?
I actually haven't listened to it all the way through.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
I
have
love
a.
it.
I might actually. I take it back. I think I did like once, but it
Okay.
was like years ago. Years
Mm.
ago.
So you don't remember it at all.
No, I remember just one song. Like I remember the single,
What's the
but since
single?
Tush, it was him and Missy Elliott.
I don't think I heard that. I didn't
I
even
love,
know him and Missy had a song together.
I love the song. It's a
I don't
great
think
song.
I've ever listened to a Ghostface Killer anything.
You should. It's my favorite. That's my favorite routine member.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm excited about this. You put me on the Project Pat, you feel me? You put me on the Soundgarden. Okay. We in here with these albums.
I got. No, I got you.
So
I got
yeah,
you.
I'm here for it. You put me on the Big Pun. That really surprised
There it
me.
is.
I did not know I would love Big Pun. Okay. I've been niggas wanna fuck mine. I've been singing it so hard every day. Like I love that album.
I shot you once. I shot you once singing my dick.
Oh yes. Let me go play that when I'm in the shower.
I'm dead. Ooh yeah, you
My
get
dick,
on my dick.
my dick, my
My
dick, my dick.
dick.
That's my shit. I downloaded the hell out of that album. That album was so good.
Smart woman right there.
Yeah, that was really good. I didn't download Makaveli. I only want a few songs from Makaveli. I don't think that's my favorite 2Pac album. I still have to
That's fair.
search.
That's fair.
Yeah, I still gotta search.
As
But
long as you have against all odds on there.
Against All Odds is number one.
There you go.
That's
There you
gonna be the album, that song that I listen to when I hate everybody again. Yeah, that's
go.
definitely
Again, that's funny.
because it happens often. At least once a week. So
The 21 gun salute.
yeah, that's my shit. I'm gonna play that often. Okay, I guess that's it. Oh, you're listening to Ghostface Killer,
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
And you're listening.
Tony. I'm listening to Christina Aguilera, Stripped. She is from Staten Island.
Let's get dirty.
Let's get dirty. The reason why I chose Christina and not Ashanti.
What? It's because she made baby.
It's because she made a baby with Nelly.
That no, I was talking about the song, but yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's it. I agree with your opinion, and also I agree with that.
Like Brandy made the song better. Only one person can make baby, and that's Brandy.
And I don't want
Solo
to hear
wise.
that repeated mad times, bro. I don't want to hear it. Early
What about
Ashanti, when she first came out, is honestly really annoying. As much as I was a fan of hers, and I was a fan, I ain't gonna hold
mm,
you, she was annoying. A new Ashanti, like older Ashanti, is better. She's less. She's just
Irby?
better. She's just vocally sounding. She just sounds better to me. Um, Back then, it was very much like a, a cat's cry.
That's crazy.
Okay,
Absolutely nasty.
extreme. It was just a whine. It was a whine. It was it was too much. And I don't want to hear it cuz I hear baby on the radio and I cringe sometimes. You don't?
I mean, I didn't hear about that song, even though that's a sample from what's it called, Scarface.
No, I didn't. Wow.
The song's called Mary. It's the same beat. It's just he just says Mary instead of baby. That's it.
I gotta listen to that. I didn't know that. So you like Scarface's more, obviously.
You said what?
Do you like Scarface version more?
About the same.
Oh, you don't like that. What? Who's Mary? Who he talking about?
I think you're talking about Mary Jane. Mary Jane.
Screaming. Understood. Where's Scarface from?
Houston.
Okay. Okay. Did we do Houston yet?
Nah, we haven't done Houston yet. We got a lot of cities we haven't done yet.
I know. I want to do Houston. But are you gonna pick a woman album anytime
I
soon?
am actually. I am actually. If we once we go to Chicago, definitely.
Okay.
Chicago. I got two albums in mind. I just got to decide which one.
Okay. Okay. Because I would love to hear like I want to go to Virginia and hear a Missy album. I don't think I've ever listened to a Missy album.
Oh no! Miss is gonna be another one too. Once we got to Virginia, Miss is gonna be another one for sure.
Yeah, let's take it to VA. All right, so next week we taking it to Staten Island. Oh, this was the reason why I picked Christina Aguilera, aside from the Ashanti thing. But I also picked Christina Aguilera because that album got me through some tough times.
You just having tough times all around.
Yeah, I was.
That's the one. That's the one that had.
solid.
That's the one that had beautiful on there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof, I needed that
That was like what? That was like what? O two. That was
Okay.
like 0203.
Yeah, no matter what they say, words cannot bring you
Okay.
down.
I think that was, wow. What time did Pretty Tony come
And
out?
that's what I needed in the high school.
I think they came out around the same time, maybe.
What?
The Pretty Tony album.
Oh, that was
Oh, that was 04. That was 04. Okay. That was 04.
okay. Okay. All right. So make sure y'all tune in for that. And then after that, we have the no. Oh,
We did the Bronx already.
we doing what?
I thought you were about to say the Bronx. I was like, we did the Bronx
Oh
already.
no, I was gonna say the British invasion, but it's not the British invasion. After that, it's white people. Our favorite white art. It's our
It's
favorite white
yeah.
artist.
I'm excluding Eminem from the list just because I feel like that would have been like
It's just
an
so
easy
easy
pick.
and obvious. Yeah, like,
Yeah, unless I picked his Infinite album. A lot of people don't know about that album, but
do you like that album?
I do. I
Don't
do
be
actually.
picking albums you don't like for real.
No, I actually do like that album.
Okay, okay, okay.
That was like that was his actual debut.
The favorite white artist one was hard for me too, because I do have more than one favorite white artist,
Yeah, I
but
got several.
me too. But I definitely picked one that is a newer artist. His name is Alan Stone. So if y'all want to check out the albums with us, please feel free to do so. Next
And
week, at it.
the following week. Yeah. And then I picked the late great Mac Miller. I picked his kids on mixtape,
Yeah.
kicking incredibly dope shit.
So I'm excited about that one because I never listened to a Mac Miller album either,
And this is back when he was
or
like he
song
was
at
eight.
all.
This is back when
Actually.
he was like 18. He's like I think he just graduated high school when he dropped this mixtape.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
This mixtape. I'm glad you picked because everyone talks about this one.
Okay.
Everyone
As they should.
raves about it. This is
As they
like
should.
the number one. This is what put him on the map.
It is. That's what
So
put me on him. So yeah, definitely.
yeah. Well, this Alan Stone album isn't something that put him on the map or nothing, but it's groovy. It's a vibe. I call him the White Stevie Wonder.
Okay. I like a groove.
Yeah,
I definitely like me a groove.
he's definitely vocally gifted, and
Mm.
you can hear it all up and down the album. So I hope you enjoy. So everybody enjoy. So this has been Sippin' and Vibes, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you come back next week as we talk about Ghostface Killer and Christina Aguilera. That sounds so crazy together.
Right. That's a random combination, but we're
It
gonna
is
make that shit work. We're
so
gonna make it work.
random. Here we are.
We're making it
But
work.
what's
That's what we
cool
do.
about that is she does a song with Redman on that
Oh,
album.
yeah. Let's get dirty. I remember that shit. I do remember that shit. I
You
remember that
feel
video
me?
too.
So it ain't wild, but it's wild. Love that for us. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to another amazing episode of Sipping and Vibes. I'm your girl, Miss JLH from We Don't Sip Tea, We Drink Wine.
And it's your boy AJ, the co-host of Hip Hop Vibes, the podcast. It's like a trico quest. You got to say the whole thing. We are going live this Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. Make sure you're follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. We will be talking about social media in hip hop, the importance of social media in the hip hop world. So make sure you tune in for that shit.
Love
Yes.
that.
And if you want to join me, JLH, please join us.
Yeah.
You're
I
free.
mean, definitely, if y'all want to join us anytime. Oh my God. Did we have comments? Because I never remember or look at them. Oh no,
I'm
we
dead. Nah,
didn't.
I think we good.
Sheesh. Yes, if anyone would ever like to join in, listen to the albums with us, talk about them with us, make sure you hit us up. You can hit up AJ or I online at, well, you can follow me and hit me up at We Drink Wine underscore.
Follow me on IG, Hip Hop Vibes Pod, all one word. Also follow my TikTok, A Tone Productions, A underscore Tone underscore Productions.
Yeah, and I'm the same on TikTok as well. We Drink Wine underscore. If it has to do with wine, look me up. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Oh, I love that for you. I don't even drink wine anymore. I'm out here promoting it like
That's
I
crazy.
drink it, and I
I hear
don't.
false. I hear false advertising like
Very
shit. That's
much
crazy.
so. It's fake and phony.
I hear. I hear sipping water.
I very much so, and does the body good. But I want to thank y'all so much for tuning. Hey, look at us. It's the skin. The melanin has got to stay looking good
Yeah,
as we get older. You feel me?
that's how black don't crack. You gotta stay healthy.
And Big facts. This is why we look like we're in our 20s and the 20-year-olds look like they're in their 30s.
I get that. I get that. I get that at work all the time, bro. Like I tell them my accurate age, they're like, "What? You're that age? I thought you were in your 20s." I'm like,
I know. And these 20 somethings is looking real old.
right.
Real old. No shade to y'all. But times is definitely tough
Hey,
for y'all.
black don't crack unless you do crack.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad I never did crack. I'm glad
Same.
life never got that
Same.
bad to do crack.
Right.
But everybody doing coke now. I don't know what that's about.
I'm good. I'm good.
Would you ever do coke? Just ask.
Nah.
I wouldn't
Oh,
need. I don't like
only
stuff on my nose.
yeah, same. Only Coke I'm doing is Coca Cola,
I don't even
and
like
I don't even drink
Coke.
sodas. I don't even drink sodas. So
Same. I
the
don't
only
even like
the
Coca
only
Cola.
time I'm doing Coke is if I get a Crown and Coke from like the bar or a Jack and
Mm,
Coke or something.
I
That's the
won't
only
even do
time.
that.
Right. That's the only time you'll
But I
see
feel
me
that.
do Coke or soda.
I could feel that, but I won't even do that. But I feel that. Yeah, yeah. The drugs thing is getting out of control. I'm trying to stop smoking weed, to be honest. But
Okay, yes. Look at
I
you
don't know
be
what's.
okay. Okay, look at you trying to be straight edge. I like that.
It's not that I'm trying to be straight edge. It's more so like I'm just the money. It's expensive to have a habit.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No,
You feel
accurate as
me?
fuck. Times is hard. I'm in the
Yeah,
process, and
it's
I'm in the
just
process of moving. So yeah, I get that shit wholeheartedly.
when you can put it towards something else, it's just like, when you sit back and look at it and you're like, damn, I spent all this money on that.
I've been thinking that shit too. I look at people that's been spending money on all that stuff. I'm like, damn,
It's so goofy. I hate it for me. But I'm getting better and I'm a chill. So we gonna be a sober Betty
there it
real
is.
soon. And yeah, life is popping, life is great.
So whenever I come up there, that means you driving.
Yeah.
You the DD.
I mean, no, not I drink socially. Like I go out when I go out to
Fair, fair.
people, I drink. Yeah, I got fucked up last weekend because we went to this new spot and it was happy hour.
Mm.
And then
Yeah,
the bartender that worked there, she was putting us on to these new drinks that she make.
okay.
What? And yeah, she was just throwing them our way. But the birthday is this week. Gemini season in full effect. Shout out to all my Geminis. We in the building. It's
Yeah.
our season. The best sign is here.
My girl's birthday's at the end of the month.
Yes, we here. We here.
We'll be we'll be in Houston that weekend. So
I
yeah.
love it. I love it. Yes.
And just we will be at DreamCon, and supposedly Megan Thee Stallion's gonna be there too. So
Please take pictures.
if I see her, I will.
And get an autograph from me if you can.
If I
Just be
can.
like, my homegirl really loves you and wants to be you.
I'm dead.
I love her so much. She's just so inspirational. Just get her to sign something, anything. And I'm gonna just put it up in the gym while I work out. Be more like Megan. Be more like Megan. She's so great. All right, y'all. Let me stop fangirling over Megan Thee Stallion. That's the album we have you listened to a Megan album?
I have.
Oh,
I listen to all of them. I listen to Fever. I listen to Tina Snow. I listened to her last one. Uh, yeah, I listen to all of them.
okay.
My Tina Snow one's fine. No, I think Fever might be. Tina Snow and Fever are my two favorites.
That's what's up. I do like Fever a lot. That's probably my favorite. I don't know. I have a hard time actually because this last one she just put out was really good and I liked it a lot. Not the mixtape that she just did.
I know something.
Everything
Yeah,
Made
yeah,
in Texas. Yeah, the one before. Although
yeah.
I did like that too. That wasn't bad. Did you listen to that?
I believe I did.
Mm, yeah, that was good. I haven't been into rap like that anymore.
And that's why I'm here.
I know.
This
Thank
is why
you.
I'm
I
here.
appreciate you for putting me on because I need to get back into hip hop. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All
And
right,
thank you for the R&B.
yeah, of
Thank you,
course.
thank you, thank
Of course. I hope everybody, because I'm sick of people saying R&B is dead, and that's so
you. It's
annoying.
not dead. It's just underground.
I don't think it's underground either. I just think people need to look for the artists. I mean, I
That's
want us
fair.
to do more newer artists, of course, because I definitely want people to get into more newer R&B artists. But I think everybody's so stuck on that stupid ass '90s sound. Like it is not New Jack Swing anymore. Fucking move on, let it go. Like we're not there.
I'm
There's
dead.
no '90s prices anymore. There's no '90s sound anymore. Move on, y'all. You cannot get your hair braided for $80. You can't get your nails no more for 20, and it just doesn't exist. Like I need us to
I
let that
need these
go.
house prices to go back to the '90s though. That's what I need.
I need us to let the '90s go. It was not good.
I'm looking at apartments. I'm like, why the fuck am I paying fucking 1,700 for fucking
I
680 square feet?
agree. I wholeheartedly agree. But I think that now that we're here, we need to be in this moment and deal with what we have. The '90s is dead
Yeah,
and gone, and we need
yeah.
to move on. Yeah, it's just
Unfortunately,
yeah, it is unfortunate, but fortunate because the '90s wasn't that great anyway. It really wasn't.
it has moments. How
I
do
think that we had great parents
I
that allowed us
say
to.
goodbye to yesterday?
I just think that we had great parents that didn't let us see the shit part of the '90s,
That's fair.
or
That's fair.
maybe we just had
That's fair.
really fun childhoods that didn't allow us to see like all the shitty parts because it was really shitty.
Or you just didn't realize it was shitty.
Yeah, yeah, but it was really shitty.
I'm out here eating fucking bologna sandwich. I'm thinking this is a delicacy. Then I'm realizing, oh no, this is a struggle meal. I'm like,
And
oh
was.
wow. You know, fry that bologna. You know, you got fry that bologna. You got to take the red tape off. Fry that bologna up. You know what I'm saying? Put a little cheese on there. Like,
Did you cut the slits in the
yeah, you got to cut the slit so the shit just like bubble up. Yeah,
bubble up?
yeah. Like,
Good
put that in
time.
between some bread. Like, hey, you were good. Yeah, I thought that was a delicacy. But no,
Absolutely,
that's
and it
crazy.
was for a little bit until
Right. And then you realize it was a struggle meal. Like, oh wow,
very
okay,
much a struggle. So I'm glad we've moved on from that.
right.
Now, what are you struggling eating? I'm screaming.
I'm not struggling. I'm not struggling.
The struggle
Like,
meal now is chicken. Anything
I
with
could be
chicken.
nigga. I could be rich as hell. I'm still gonna eat chicken. I don't give a damn.
I don't care for chicken anymore. It's doing not doing it for me.
That's fair because you. That's fair. That's fair because you were like what pescatarian or vegetarian at one point.
Yeah, I was doing both.
Yeah.
I moved from pescatarian to vegetarian, but the chicken, I don't know. It's something about biting into a bone that's really fucking with my spirit.
So just get you some chicken nuggets and some
I,
boneless chicken wings. You'd be good to go.
you know that's not real chicken.
Hey. None of this shit's real as long as you eat it in moderation.
That's true though.
Moderation is. I learned that like in America, moderation is key. That's what everything: drinking, smoking, eating certain foods, sugar intake, salt intake is all moderation.
That's facts. That's facts. No, that's really facts.
As long as you exercise as well.
And I do.
Everything has to be balanced. As long as everything is balanced.
I agree.
Like Thanos said, balance. Like everything should be. See, Thanos was right. Thanos was right. Balance
I agree
is
with
what we
that.
need.
I like a lot of balance. I like to eat bad, eat good, talk shit, talk nice. Like it's a lot of balance.
Yeah. Like, for example, yesterday I had a whole salad. I had two salads yesterday.
I'm proud of you.
Today I ate a whole pizza. So a whole pizza. A whole pizza. Hey, balance.
I'm proud of you. Good for you. Even though you're skinny and you don't, that doesn't matter. But I love that
I
for you.
know, that's kind of like that. That blood pressure is kind of is like that blood pressure is like right there. So it's like, all right,
Always been doing it for you too.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I went through that. I think sometimes it's stress.
Yeah, no, it's definitely stress
Well,
at
get
times. It's definitely a stress.
because I went through that in, when I was getting my master's, and that was why it was a very stressful time.
Hmm.
Yeah, I had to get on medicine and everything.
Damn. Luckily, I haven't had to do that yet. But
Are you going to the doctors, AJ?
I just did a physical. Was it this year? No, last year. I did physical last year.
Oh, good. I'm proud of you. I just wanted to make sure that Black men are going to the doctors. Make sure you make your appointments, get your checkups yearly, and all of that good stuff. Y'all
Yeah,
deserve it. I would like to see y'all alive and well, you know,
I
all
do
that
all
good
my
stuff.
appointments. Did my physical last year. I went to the dentist. Was it 2 months ago?
I'm proud of you.
We good. We
Good
good.
job. Good job. I'm proud of you.
I
Good
try. I try.
job.
I try.
No, because Black men don't be going to the doctor.
I had my first. I had my first cavity in like what since like elementary school. I was like, okay,
Okay.
take care, take care.
I'm so
I got to
proud of
slow
you.
down. I got to slow down on the sugars. But yeah,
Yeah.
them sour gummy worms be fucking my shit up. But yeah, we good.
Yeah. Yeah. Good for you. Keep taking care of yourself, AJ. That's what's up. Y'all, Black men, follow AJ. Be like AJ.
Be like me. Be like me.
Go to the
Be like.
doctor. For real. That's what's up.
This is why
Oh,
black don't crack because I get myself checked out.
not that ass.
And also,
That's
you
what's
guys
up.
drink. You guys drink water. You get your water, and then wine. A glass of wine does
Yeah.
cure a stomach ache. Remember that it's in the Bible.
I thought bourbon was good for a stomach ache or something. Or no, that's a toothache, ain't it?
Is it?
Or a cold.
It numbs it. It numbs it. I don't know if that like fixes it, but
Oh, all right, we talking about a lot. I love it. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all for, yeah, just thank y'all. I'm your girl, Miss JLH. Make sure you tune in. I think I might do my podcast this week. Yeah, I think.
you say that every week. That
I
shit's
do, but
funny.
I know it's terrible.
Well,
That's because I don't like I don't like being pressured to do something. On top of that, I want to put out stuff and I want to have content, but I don't want it to be like everybody else's. And the stuff that I want to talk about is just like I want to have like a group session talk to people about certain
mm,
things. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like finding the people and finding the time,
yeah,
really.
you can find the right people. Yeah.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have episodes of like black women talking about friendships and stuff like that. Because as black women, we have a hard time making friends. Well, as women, period. As we get older, especially, we have a hard time making friends. And I wanted to
That's
talk
fair.
about that. I don't have a hard time, but I know a lot of people do.
Yeah. I mean, let me know. I could bring people on the show. I can hit some people up.
Yeah, yeah, get people with me. And then I wanted to talk about relationships, but not in like the way that everybody else be talking about relationships. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't want to talk about dating rules. I don't want to talk about 50-50. That shit is stupid. I want to talk
Yeah.
about moving on from relationships that no longer serve you. That's
Mm.
important. And I don't think we all do that enough. So I want to talk about stuff like that. So if anybody wants to be on my podcast, wants to have conversations, are you a doctor, a lawyer, can give advice, you feel me, like real life advice that we can all use every day, definitely hit me up. Because
I
that's,
might have a look. I might have a lawyer friend I could like.
oh, I would love that. Because I want to talk about our rights. I want to talk about knowing our rights in rental properties. I want to talk about our rights in,
I'll hit her up and see what she's doing. I know
yeah,
she
active
be on
jobs.
vacation a lot, so I got like yeah, but I could like
Yeah,
talk to her. Yeah.
I definitely want to talk about stuff like that because, like, I feel like there's a lot of things we just don't know out here, and I want to talk about what we can sue for. Because did you know that you can sue if a bill collector texts you a lot? You can sue
Oh wow, interesting.
and call you if they're calling you too much, texting you too much. Apparently, is they're not supposed to do that, and you can sue for that.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's good information to
Do
know.
you feel me? That's
Right.
information we could use.
Like shit. Facts. Facts. Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
I
that's
got
the
some
stuff that
people.
I want
Okay.
to talk about. So definitely hit me up if anybody would love to be on. We don't sip tea, we drink wine. Definitely,
Which,
definitely check me out.
when are you trying to do that episode?
Anytime. I'm not planning it like recent or soon or anything. This week, I think I'm going to talk about, not I think, this Friday, I'm going to talk about my Europe trip and I'm going to give tips on solo traveling. So that's really my episode this week.
Okay.
Want to tune in. Yeah, I go live pretty much at the same time as AJ. We're like fighting for our lives over here for airtime.
It be your own niggas. That's crazy.
So you can just run my episode back whenever you get a chance
Same.
because he'll be
Well,
live for real.
I will be doing my episode this Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hip Hop Vibes the podcast. It's like a trial code question. You got to say the whole thing. We're on YouTube. We're also available on Spotify and all other podcast streaming platforms. Again, we'll be talking about social media and its importance in hip hop. It's a double-edged sword, that type of thing. So we'll definitely be talking about that. So yeah,
I will
Miss
go.
Miss JLA should be joining us as well.
Oh my God. I forgot. Yay.
Yes.
See, yeah, he'll really be live. I won't be live. My episode will be pre-recorded. So, but enjoy. I have great tips for y'all. Great solo travel tips. You're gonna love them. Okay. All right, y'all. We gonna be out of here because that's time, and I want to get high.
Not Miss Sober trying to get high.
Yeah, it's my birthday week. This is. Yeah, I'm literally. This is
When's your birthday? When's your actual birthday?
Friday.
Oh, just Friday. Okay. Oh
Mhm.
shit. All right, bet. So you will be on the show on my birthday. Like, okay, on your birthday. Yeah, bet. Okay,
You already know. I'm excited.
that's a bet. So we're gonna
Yeah.
turn up. We're gonna
Oh
turn up on your
yeah,
birthday.
that means I gotta have a happy hour and then come. Oh, I'm gonna be a little tossed.
That's fine. That's fine. Noah's birthday was like 2 weeks ago, and like that nigga was lit too. So
Okay,
he was literally at the bar during the show. So hey,
I'm not gonna do that, but I'm gonna be a little bit for sure. But I will see you.
gang.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next week.